The options are extraordinary. Are Chelsea building the most exciting pool of talented players, young players, anywhere in the world?
Look, they've got an extremely young squad. They're giving them length of contract, 7, 8 years. They've got a coach who I think loves players who develop. And I think just looking at these sort of stats, if you look at Caicedo, look, he's definitely better in all metrics, and you would expect that. He's obviously got sort of a little bit on Lavia in terms of age. You know, he's slightly better on tackles, he's slightly better on interceptions. He's better on the ball, but you'd expect that. Brighton, obviously a better football team than Southampton.
Ball, yeah.
Passes in the final third. These sprints could be skewed a little bit by, obviously, Caicedo being at right back. Obviously, you go up and down, you make lots of sprints. Midfield, he might hold a little bit more. But look, if Chelsea buy both of those, I think there will be massive questions asked at Liverpool because of what's happened in this last week. This is very un-Liverpool-like. Chelsea, we know, have spent big money, but to beat Liverpool for both players would be absolutely stunning.
Where would it leave Liverpool, Jamie, if Lavia did go to Chelsea as well?
In a pretty difficult place. They need to buy someone in midfield. People know that they're desperate. I mean, they put a bid in, I think, for Lavia today for 60 million, even when they refused to pay 50, probably 4 or 5 days ago. It's been an absolute mess. It's a joke. And the biggest problem about it is Liverpool have known they've needed midfield reinforcement since about August last season, 12 months ago. So to not have things in order, and it goes back to, I know people think I defend FSG. I've got no relationship with them at all. But this is not on the owners. This is on the structure of the football club when you go back 2 years when Liverpool were the model for every team in Europe, not just the Premier League, to follow. When Liverpool win in the league, get into Champions League finals, what are Liverpool doing? They're not spending as much money as other teams, but they're producing these players. Yes, they've got a great manager, but they had a guy called Michael Edwards at the top of, at the top of the club in terms of a director of football, transfer committee, whatever name you want to put on it beneath him, it worked well. He left. His number 2 then took over. He was in the job for 6 months. He then moved on. You have to ask the reasons why these people are actually moving on for the football club. I don't know. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. A guy has come in from Germany who has got a relationship with Jurgen Klopp. He's only there for the summer. That's all he's there for, and then he moves on. Liverpool will then get another director of football. So in the pace of 18 months, Liverpool have had 4 directors of football. Now, they haven't got deals done. That is your job in that role, to get deals over the line. The 2 players Liverpool bought had buyout clauses. There's no negotiating, there's no big deal to go about it. You just meet the buyout clause. Liverpool have not got deals over the line. And it's been embarrassing, the fact that you start with Lavia, don't pay a certain amount, then you go for Caicedo. You know, you get something agreed. And that's why I will not be critical of the owners. They were willing to pay 110 million and break the transfer record. But to go with him, when he's been talking to Chelsea for 3 months, now go back to Lavia. I mean, it's an absolute mess.
It's a sore one, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a joke.
It's not just that. Obviously, they've let Milner, Henderson and Fabinho go before they've got someone in, which Liverpool I always thought were quite smart in making sure they brought the players in before they exposed themselves. Understanding that obviously Milner left and then they had got 2 fees for Henderson and Fabinho, but to let both of those go and end up in the position that they're now in. We saw that Enzo Fernandez run there off the back of McAllister. McAllister's a fantastic player, he's a good football player, but you could see that in that holding midfield position. And yesterday, once Chelsea started to get on top, the Liverpool midfield couldn't get a grip of the game. They've got a big problem now. They're going to be panicking in the transfer window in the next 3 weeks, which is, like I say, Liverpool don't do that under Jurgen Klopp. They've been so smooth and efficient in the market. I don't know how this has happened. Obviously, it's change of personnel.